Good evening and welcome to Fireside Science with me, Marian Shanley West. I'm excited about talking to my first guests, Claire Cunningham and Rita Murray. Love is in the air tomorrow, and as you well know, we're all getting ready, we're all getting prepared, but makeup is the essential part of being perfect, we think. Claire is the very woman to sort the look out, and Rita is the very woman to sort out everything else that goes with that. Claire, Rita, you're very welcome indeed. Thanks for coming into the studio. Now, I have a bit of a dilemma going on. I didn't do my lipstick. Have we any advice on going from day look, Claire, to evening look? What would you suggest? Come over here and do some lipstick on me.
Yeah, it's very simple. We can show you how you can do this all within 2 minutes. Now, so we're just going to pencil a quick bit of red on. So you can do this from the office to the restaurant tomorrow evening when you're in a rush and you want to look superb. So just a quick bit of liner. Let's click on now. And we're going to throw on a quick bit of lipstick, a bit of red to line you up, Marian. Yeah, it's going to. And red for Valentine's Day as well, of course. We've already did Marian's makeup earlier on with just a touch of smoky eye because she wants red lips and tomorrow's Valentine's Day. For the red, you don't want to be too smoky on the eyes, so we went with a light smoky. Now.
Very
Now, and we didn't go with a mad red, we went with more of a cherry red, kind of a winey cherry red, rather than, because you don't want to look drama queen kind of red lipstick. Well, you can, but because you went with a soft smoky, if you went with more nudie eyes, you could go with the mad red lips, but I think the cherry is really nice and it's more girly. And now, Marian.
Do you know something? I'm feeling fabulous already. Do you think lipstick is very important for looking romantic, would you say? Is this the look that's in this year as well?
Definitely. Mad red is a lovely colour to go, but I think this year it's more cherry red.
Okay, so your makeup is essential for tomorrow?
Essential, yeah.
Okay, I think we have a few pictures actually. Will you talk me through the process here? We have a lovely girl without makeup.
We do indeed.
Going to have a look at her. Well, maybe we'll look at her in a second. Listen, talk to me about my eyes. You did something very gentle with them. I didn't. It was like 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5 minutes. Just a cream all over the lid. And just spread it out as much as you want. A nice creamy, a bit of shimmer in there. And then I just smoked up the inside socket. Just to give it a soft smoky, because if you're going red lips, you don't need black smoky look. Do you know, if you're going nude lips, go with the black smoky and the silver and all that. But if you're going succulent, go mad with red.
Okay, brilliant.
Just go with soft smoky.
And Rita, you did my hair as well. Now tell me, what have you done? It's feeling fabulous already. I feel wonderful. So you're well used to doing this, Rita?
Absolutely.
Somebody comes into your touch of class in Duleek, we have to say. Do you want to say hi to the girls first?
Hi girls, all the staff there in Duleek, great girls, always on the ball.
And you have a great team, because you're well used to seeing me now at this
We
stage.
have, indeed. We have a
And
great
you've
team.
worked on lots of shows as well. And you think it's essential that you take the whole lot together, get the hair done, get the makeup, get the nails.
Absolutely, it's a full makeover, and you know, it's a really good feel factor. You know, when you get the hair done, it's better than
Well, listen, I had a star-studded event there last year, and I arrived into these girls, I have to say, and they transformed me from being on the floor and looking like Miss Average to this fantastic, gorgeous model. That's all I can say. And I have to say they're fantastic in a touch of class in Duleek. Now, if you were working with somebody who wasn't sure what their image was going to be or what their look was, what's the first step? Is it hair? Is it makeup? In your books, Rita, what do you think?
I think the hair depends on if it's work or casual or star-studded event like yourself is always going to.
The one a year.
But the hair is very important, and you need something that you're going to be comfortable with as well, that you're not fixing, tugging, pulling all night, or clips hurting you or anything like that. So it's important to really think about what you're doing and where you're going to, you know, that it's comfortable.
Brilliant.
Because, you know, you need to be comfortable with what you're wearing.
So you're aware of what the people say to you.
Yeah,
you listen
take
to
on
them.
board where they're going, or work, or dress code, or anything that goes with that.
Brilliant. And I think we have these pictures ready again, Claire. Will we have a look at this girl?
This is Aoife. She's my best friend. This is a very light foundation beforehand. and then we transformed her.
She's
Our bride
fabulous. Oh my God, is she
Wow.
model?
No, she's not. She's
She's going to get picked up after this, I have to say.
So we
Stunning.
went for contemporary bride
Okay.
for this look, and it's a smoky eye and a touch of colour for the lips as well.
Brilliant. And Rita, we have another look completely here as well. Oh, this is the same girl.
Yeah,
and
just
then
a different.
a little
put on
hairpiece
her.
as well. You can
Yeah.
do that too.
Yeah.
The hairpiece is that touch of class. That's absolutely what you're always looking for, is that touch of class. It's the glamour effect.
Great
You
stuff.
know?
And I think we have Imelda May here. Am I
Absolutely.
looking at the right person?
This is one of the
Um,
girls we had doing the Star in Your Eyes shows in Jalique, and she was absolutely excellent.
This is
But
Amanda Smith, isn't
Amanda
it?
Smith from Jalique, yeah.
I
And
know her.
Amanda did Imelda May, and we done her Imelda May makeover. And we just pre-lightened the top section there, and we rolled it over like Imelda May does have hers. And she was transformed. And she
Fabulous.
was Imelda May on the night.
She was. I remember that show well. And we've
sure
one
was.
more shot here as well. This is fabulous. Who took this
Laura.
one on?
This is Laura, my other friend. She was going to her Debs. We took her down. Rita did the hair. She did a gorgeous curly blow dry. I took her up and did lovely natural makeup. She doesn't need much because
No.
she's naturally pretty, do
Right.
you know. But at the same time, we did her up and she looks fabulous heading off in the limo.
And she'd usually wear her hair just straight or
Yeah.
tied back, or, you know.
Yeah.
So we gave her the full glam look. you
Full
know,
treatment.
totally different.
You're the glam expert, sorry. So
Absolutely.
if somebody wants to go in there and get transformed,
Love
I
it.
think that's a great idea. Actually, we
Bring
do
it
need
on.
somebody who can take on the whole lot and work together with
Yeah.
people as well. And listen, now Rita, have you written news? What's happening here? I think you've got plans afoot, something
I
planned
have
ahead
big
here.
plans afoot.
Tell us more
Well,
about
I'm
this.
50 in March now.
No way.
Coming up.
Don't believe
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, feeling every day. But I'm doing a big fundraiser for the whole week of my birthday on
Okay.
the 2nd of March on the 5th of March, I should say, I beg your pardon. 5th of March in O'Neill's Lounge.
Brilliant.
We're having a ladies in pink breakfast morning.
Am I invited?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I'll get my pink out.
Absolutely.
Pink lipstick.
Pink lipstick, yeah.
And then that's admission is €10, and all
Right.
that goes to Marie Keaton Foundation.
Brilliant.
Endeavour is they have sponsored us. They've came on board, and we have a coffee morning in Sage and Stone on the Thursday, the 7th of March,
Brilliant.
and all proceeds from that is going to Marie Keaton Foundation. We also have quickly LMFM is live at O'Neill's, and we have the Marie Keaton Foundation, the van, the mobile unit, breast check unit. We have them there. And
Brilliant.
then my birthday's on the Saturday night, the 9th.
Will you have time for
So,
your birthday by the sounds of it?
no presents required, just donations of the
Oh, you're
night.
very good.
Yeah, so
And it's a
I-
glam
you know,
pink affair. It sounds
Well,
more or less sort
we
of dressed
hope-
down,
we
dressed
hope
up
to
in
just-
pink.
Yeah, little.
And you'll have a lot of fun.
And there's men invited too. We want loads of men to turn up as well, because it's all about
Yeah.
equal rights.
Well, it's once they wear pink. Is that it?
Well,
So,
anything. If
anything
you have
at
a
all,
little
yeah.
shirt or tie or a hanky,
Brilliant.
whatever.
Well, that's a great idea. I think it's a fabulous idea. So listen, how do people contact you? Phone numbers?
Yeah.
Can we go
We
straight to the camera there,
are on
Rita?
Touch of Class, Main Street, Jalique in County Meath there, and it's 04198 23638. And any of the girls will be only happy to help you in what you request.
We're also on Facebook, A Touch of Class. They're on Facebook and they're in a relationship with I Beautify Makeup Artist. So you can catch either of us on Facebook either.
Brilliant, girls. Thank you so much for coming into studio. I'm sure, look, at anybody who's watching tonight, these are the people who are going to transform you. And, you know, you can still book tomorrow. I think there might be a
There
space
is.
or two.
There is.
I know you're busy, but even it's not just Valentine's Day. You need to focus on yourself. But it's a good idea to do it every day. And I think that's a good spot to go in and get a little bit of help as well. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank
I'm
you
looking
very
forward
much.
to seeing you again. Maybe come in for a few more tips. What's
Yeah,
next?
indeed.
Easter. I would look like an Easter bunny.
Could
Is
be
it?
arranged.
Well, it could be very easily. Right, guys, I think we're going to go for a little ad break now.
Thank you.
I'm Gavin Duffy, and I'm saying
Brilliant.
watch
Right.
cavintv.com. It's a great opportunity to see some great programs, and you can watch it all around the globe via the internet and on many platforms. I watch it myself. Great stuff.
Joining me in studio is the lovely textile artist Emma Noonan. I'm very excited. So let's talk about how you got started. First, welcome.
Hi, Marian. How are you?
Where did it all start?
I did a 2-year diploma course in Ballyfermot called Fibre Art, and from there I went on to Galway and I did a 3-year degree in Fine Art and Design, and I did my 1-year add-on then in Applied Textile Design.
So technically you could be a doctor after all of that for the time you spent.
6 years in college
Brilliant.
studying textiles and art and a combination of design as well.
Brilliant. So what have you been doing? What's the latest project since then?
I've been working on a collection of paper embroidered butterflies. My technique would be batik paper and freestyle embroidery that I would use the sewing machine to draw with.
Fabulous.
So I've been
It's
working
a bit
on
unusual, isn't it? I've never heard of anyone doing that. So butterflies, you know me, I have a soft spot anyway. And then to hear you're actually using textiles. Is it a very complicated process?
Not necessarily. We studied all the different techniques when I was in college. We would have done batik on fabric and then we did it on paper. And then we did freestyle embroidery on fabric and paper. And it was just a matter of me. I combined them all in my final year. And I've always loved embroidery and I always loved printing and that. So when I kind of found all these together and I combined them, it just worked for me.
Well, we have a little picture here beside me. I'm going to be very careful with it. Now, I'm going to get you to hold it up to camera.
Okay.
So see that camera straight in front of you. We might get a little shot if we can have a look at this. This is absolutely fabulous. Now, this must have taken some time because I can see sparkle in here. Am I right?
Yeah.
Is that material or is that paint or?
It's a paper. I use a tissue paper or sometimes I make my own.
Just tilt it that way. Are we good that way? Yeah. Forwards a bit.
Forward.
I'm getting directions here.
Sometimes
Great.
I make my own paper and I would distress it with batik, which is wax and bleach and fabric dyes, and I'd use inks and metallic inks as well, and I would cut them out then and I would sew them with the sewing machine using silk rayon threads and embroidery wire.
Wow.
And then I would place them onto the backgrounds and sew the bodies again and sew on the antennae, and I would spray varnish them to get the wings to kind of.
They're absolutely beautiful. And is this the most important project you feel as an artist that you've worked on, or have there been other exciting things you've done?
Yeah, there was a really big moment when I left college. I met my art dealer, Dave O'Shea. He runs the gallery with Hazel Reventon in
Can
Delvin.
you say hi to Dave there?
Hi, Dave, I plugged you. I did a solo exhibition of my graduate work and I invited Hazel too. I didn't really know about Dave at this time. And he came and he saw my work, and in between that I had a little boy, and about 4 months after Joshua was born, Dave came back and picked up a load of my work and he kept one of the pieces, which was a large 80 by 100 centimetre paper embroidery of the spine of a lizard, and it was done the exact same way as the butterflies. And he kept that for a while, and then about a month later he rang me and he told me it was sold to the OPW and was going to be in the offices of the Taoiseach.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was my major moment and my major break. And about a month or two later he came back and he got the twin, and that went into the OPW as well. So I have 2 pieces.
So listen, you're understating how valuable a textile artist you are in Ireland. I hear your work is hard to get now because they're forked out into the shops and suppliers and specialist areas. So you do scarves, which is my little soft spot.
Yes,
so.
I do digitally printed silk scarves. And they are based on my work I did on lizards, which was the natural tattoo I was looking at. It was called Ornamented.
Okay.
I spent about a year designing these images from my paper embroideries, and I got them printed onto silk scarves. And they're in, one of them actually went into an exhibition for the Crafts Council of Ireland exhibition.
Okay.
It was called Nature, and it's going to be on again now in April in Sligo and in Dublin. And then the rest of the collection are in Core Crafted Design in Ballinnahown.
Okay.
It's just outside Athlone.
That would be a really nice gift to get for somebody for Valentine's. I was just thinking there. Where can people buy this?
You can buy them online off my website, which
Okay.
is www.emmanoonantextileartist.com, or you can email me. You can get all my details on the website.
Great.
And you can also get them in Core Crafted Design, which is just out in Ballinnahown.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, the butterflies themselves, are they for sale?
Yes,
Can
they
people
are.
get them as well?
Yeah, you can either buy them off myself or off Dave from the Garden Gallery in Delvin, or you can get them online as well off my website.
Brilliant. So you've achieved quite a lot.
I have. I've only been out of college 3 years, and I've done an awful lot in that time now, I have to say. I've really pushed myself.
And had a little baby.
And I had a baby.
Is he asleep, or do you want to say
No,
hi?
I'd say he's wide awake.
Oh,
I'll
you
touch
better
you
say
on.
hi. And the rest of the family, I'm
And
sure
the
they're
rest of the
tuning in as
family,
well.
yeah.
Well, I'm very proud of you because I met you last year, Dub League Festival,
Yeah.
Dub League Festival
Yeah.
actually, and I was very impressed at the time. And then you've succeeded in doing extraordinary things since that, and I'm looking forward to seeing your journey artistically as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming into the
Thanks for
studio, and I
having
hope
me.
people do go buy Irish, support the artists, and support
Yeah.
the people that are in our country, because I do think we're not going to hear very little. I think we're going to hear a lot about you in the future.
Irish art is coming back in some
That is,
craft.
that's very
Yeah.
true. Emma, delighted to have you in the
Thanks very
studio.
much, Marian.
And I think we're going to have a look at some other art in a different format now. We're going to have a look at some pictures.
Pat Short here. You're watching Cavan TV.
My next guest is Barry Cronin. I admire and love watching how his work has evolved. He's an award winner in 29 second prize category sports action. He's also an award winner in photojournalism in 2008. He's a member of the Press Photographers Association, and he's a member of the NUJ. I'm delighted to have Mr. Barry Cronin in the studio with me. How are you?
Good, Marian.
We go back, I think, a while, don't
Long
we?
way, yeah,
I
yeah,
met
yeah.
you, how many? We won't say 5 years ago. That'll do for me.
Yeah,
Listen.
you were about 20.
I was about
That's
20.
it, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Listen, you've done some amazing stuff in between in the past few years. How do you find photography in Ireland at the moment? Do you think it's a
Very high standard.
difficult or high standard? Yes.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right, and you're up there with the best as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you have to think you're up there, Marion, otherwise you go under it, like, you know.
Yeah, well, I think we have some shots here. I'd love to kind of talk about these and see where we are, because I was very excited when I do get these pictures in, and especially when you do funny, quirky ones as well. Let's have a talk about this one here.
Which one? Marion?
Well, we can talk about as we go through. Tell me, you have a different look on photography. You seem to come in on a more quirky angle as opposed to very serious.
Yeah,
you have a
that
bit of
was-
humour.
Yeah, that was for the Sunday Times. That was up at Ballinlough Castle. You know
Yeah.
the festival
I love
that's up
Ballinlough,
there,
yeah.
It's our local version of the Electric Picnic. Can't think of what it's called now, but I'd photographed that girl. She was learning to play the ukulele. And
Okay.
She's a yoga teacher.
Wow.
So there wasn't too many spots at Ballinlough Castle that day to get. So I was looking around and I found this hedge area. You know, I like to experiment with light and that as well.
Yeah.
So I put a light behind her and lit her from behind and got her to stretch, which fair play to her.
And the lighting is amazing. And then you have also humour.
Yeah,
I love this one.
This, yeah.
This is really
That
good.
was a private job for the Disabled Riders Association of Ireland.
Yeah.
And Princess Anne, she loves horses and she's a patron, blah blah blah. But they were showing her these famous race horses down at the National Stud.
Yeah.
And I just thought it'd be nice to, rather than just an obvious one of a horse, her and a horse or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very obviously a horse, you know. and she's smiling,
and it's lovely. You can see she's smiling, but we don't
It's
actually have to
genuine.
see her face.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, you kind of protected her a little bit,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
quite a delicate picture, and it's lovely. That's not in her face. We'll go
Yeah,
to
and
the
it's very
next
obvious
shot.
it's her as well from her hair.
It
too,
is,
you know?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing. Now I love this one. You love your light. That's one thing I noticed about you. You love this little play with light, don't you?
Yeah. Well, like you have to experiment and humour as well. Like, and this is one of the cowgirls that was on Farmer's reality TV program. This is for the Sunday Business Post.
Yeah.
And she's a beef farmer down in Tipperary.
Good girl.
And absolutely.
She
And I
looks
was
like she's
so
getting stuck
impressed-
in.
So impressed with her, like, you know.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Bloody hard work. I wouldn't like to get up at that time every morning.
No, and
But
it's
rather
every
than
day.
show her face, I just thought she's very obviously a woman. She's and she's.
It's
she's
not
got
in
the
your face.
accoutrements of
Yeah.
farming, like, and it's unusual to do a portrait without someone's face. I like it.
And somehow it's very female, the whole picture
Yeah.
as well. It's
And the
a
cows
tough
are very
environment.
gentle. Cattle are very gentle too.
That's
you know?
it. We'll go to the next shot, I think, as well, and have a look.
Yeah,
No,
I
this
like
is
this
cute.
a lot. Yeah.
Bolton Gate Company Limited, Bolton.
That was for in Mullingar for a organic farm week.
Ah,
And
brilliant.
this, I don't think the little piggy was turned into sausages that day, but
Oh, God.
he's so cute, you know.
At least it was
And
a
the
pig.
guy, what I like about this is the expression on his face. You don't know whether he's going to eat him or pet him.
It's the Doberman.
Yeah.
And we've another one after this. Now, this I love.
Yeah, this is up at Audi North, Dublin. I do work for Audi.
Yeah.
And I was there photographing I forget why I was there. This was a pre-launch or something.
Yeah.
But this customer came to collect his car. It's a real picture of.
It is
this
like
guy
a
coming to
dream.
collect his new car. Yeah, it's exactly like that, and the car is his. And again, it's unusual. It's a portrait from behind.
Yeah.
But,
It tells the story as well,
Yeah,
isn't
it
that
does.
funny?
Yeah, and I love cars, and I love getting
Yeah.
into a new car.
And we've another one, I think, after this. Look. Now, any parents and any family out there that are looking for a photographer for this kind of a shot, my God.
This
Imagine
was a
that having
hard
your
one.
wall.
This was difficult because it's a portrait style, which is for me, I find sometimes difficult, you know, a vertical style. But the Business Post wanted this for the front cover of the magazine.
That's award
So I had to
winning.
leave room at the top for the name of the agenda as well, and it took a few shots to get it, but I got it
You
right.
got it.
and
You
he's,
nailed it very well there. And also, you know what? Even the fact that you got the foot full on,
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. That's a hard shot, Barry. You know, do you enjoy what you do? You obviously
definitely
do.
love it. Yeah.
And
yeah.
was this something you always wanted to do?
No, I actually started off in television, like here, like yourself, with Navan Community Television.
Yeah.
And I went on from there to be a software engineer. But I always missed the camera work, and I missed the lenses and a bit of a gadget head, you know.
And the comedy, I remember.
A little bit, well, we won't delve too much into that. But I started taking photographs then as a hobby.
Yeah.
And then I lived abroad then as well, and got better equipment and got to see the world and really, really got into it then. So when I came back, I've been a software engineer for 12 years or whatever, and I just hated it, you know, I was working for someone else. I just sort of fell into it, like, I got very, very lucky, you know.
Yeah. We have a few more pictures, I think. If we have a little look here.
Like this.
This is a cracker of a picture.
This is down in King's Court, and I was photographing actually the guy in the shop. The shop there, his name escapes me, but it was for a documentary on Behind the Counter.
Yeah.
Featuring shopkeepers in Ireland that still have the cash register on the
brilliant,
counter
yeah.
kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Old school.
But waiting to go in, a girl walked past this. He's half Doberman, half Rottweiler. You know, I just thought he looked so cute.
He is, and he has
And I
that big
come over,
nose.
Yeah. And he just, I was just messing, you know, I was trying to get him to making doggy noises, and whatever doggy noise I made, and he's naturally cross-eyed, you know. But the nearer he got to his lens, the eyes went in here, and it's just, I like it. I love dogs. I have my own dog. And
it's a postcard one. I could take a post if I got a card like that. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
it
really
would be
cute
nice.
one,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
it?
to
And a
open,
little
yeah.
comment inside.
Yeah.
And we've another one coming up as well. Let's have a look. Now this one, I'm curious. I couldn't figure out where he'd been or where he was going to.
This is Belinda House. You probably know the story of the girl whose €9,000 ring was flushed down the toilet. You hear
No,
that story?
tell me. That's interesting.
And,
Blinter House
Belinda House,
outside Navan.
outside Navan, yeah.
Great spot.
couple of girls staying down for the weekend, spa weekend. Or
The hen,
whatever.
was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of them, the bridesmaid or whatever, she thought she flushed it down the toilet, and they got on the radio to see could anybody help, and Panda Waste and Dynarod and another company, their environmental specialists or whatever, went through this 7,000 square foot septic tank to look through. He had to go in with oxygen that day.
Oh my God, he doesn't look happy.
He doesn't look happy. But they shot a lot of us. There was a few photographers there that day. Got him going down, and I waited and waited and waited. Like, you know, a job like that, you're paid, get the picture and get out of there and go home and do something else, kind of thing. But I really, really wanted to just
get him out.
I waited till everybody left, and I wanted him coming out, you know, with the ring, and every other work to do. So whatever. So I was there. He has to have the ring. He has to have the ring. So he didn't have the ring. He eventually came out, and he just looked so dejected. And I'm standing there in about 6 inches of human excrement, and it took me about a month to get it off me. It was in my skin, you know.
Did they get the ring?
But I never got the ring, but I got the shot. So
great shot.
Happy, you know?
We've another one as well, haven't we? Now, look this.
Yeah, I like this. This is the Sunday Business Post again. These are the he's a parachutist in the Irish Army.
Okay.
And it was for the Bray Air Spectacular. The
demonstration, yeah.
And the brief was, get this guy looking good, you know, he wanted a Top Gun style
Top Gun,
picture,
and it is a bit,
thing,
isn't
you know?
it?
And this is a runway down in the Midlands, and it was a lot of work to get that picture. I had a sports lens. I was about half a mile away from him nearly, you know, and I had 3 flashes from going different. Like, there was a lot going on to it, but picture turned out very well. I was very happy with it, you know.
It's a great shot, and it's very crisp. It's a different kind of from the other Audi picture as well. Completely different style.
Yeah.
And we've another one as well, I think. No, I love this one.
Yeah, it's lovely. This is a very natural picture. You get so used to setting up pictures that you have to always look out for the picture that isn't set up. And this was the on Postmead Heritage Tour, you know, where they cycle around the country. And I pulled in, I had to hire a bike that day, motorbike, so on the back of the motorbike. So we're coming up through Dunsany, and just saw this lovely bridge with trails there. Oh, I got a nice rider coming up this now, maybe on his own or on her own. And then I just spotted this father and daughter going up, and it's just ready, you know, and click, and then he just stuck his hand out to help her up, like, you know. It speaks for itself.
And it's a lovely, that's a nice one. I love you, daddy, kind of thing. Now we go to an action shot, I think, after this one.
Oh, this is the New York Times actually used this for their photos of the day. This was the Notre Dame v Navy game,
Viva.
Yeah, I'd never done American football before, and I was actually very nervous, Marian, before, because it was going to all the papers in America, and it was for Getty Images, so it was going everywhere. And I thought, I'm going to get found out here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything about American football.
Were you lying in the grass?
No. I was in a position. You learn after a while. A position is either working or it's not working. You move. You know, you just have to. You have to move. So I was moving around and checking where I should, you know, where I thought might work. And I just got that. And when the picture came up, I knew when I had it, but I didn't realise it would turn out so well, because you can see the Irish colours of the, you know, and the socks and the glove and the boots and the socks.
And that went to America?
Well, they went all over America, but the New York Times used that in their photos of the day, so they're very happy with that, you know. Happy client. So. Wow.
And another one, I think. Now, this is somewhere local enough, isn't it, now?
Yeah, that's, there was 3 houses.
Ballyjames Duff, is it?
It's Ballyjames Duff, yeah. And you can see the expletive there, you know, and the woodlands where a house is a home. But it's an unfinished ghost, well, it's not a ghost estate, but part of it is, they were selling 3 or 6 houses for almost nothing, and 48 acres with planning, but there was a lot of issues involved, and a lot of people very unhappy that the estate wasn't being looked after.
Well, you know what I loved about this was the 2 little boys looked so happy.
Yeah,
they were just couldn't care less. They walked around the corner.
They don't know about mortgages. They don't know about ghosts. That's where they live. You know,
and that's it,
home,
isn't it? That's that whole value system as well. They're like off to play a game, and you know, all this complicated stuff. And then you have the innocence of children as well. I think it's great. So you have a great balance in your picture. I love your stuff. I really do.
Well, I'm very lucky, Marian, that I have a great balance in so many different clients, that I do so many different things.
Yeah.
So.
And where can people get you?
BarryCronin.com.
BarryCronin.com. Okay. And if they want you to do anything, you can talk to them about projects.
Anything, you know.
Brilliant. And do you want to say hello to anybody at home? There might be
Say
somebody
hello to my
tuning
little daughter, Molly, who was born here in
this
Cavan. This Cam here. And my wife, happy Valentine's Day.
Hi.
That's all. That's me.
Brilliant
Marian.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in
Thank
today.
you. Good to see you,
Delighted
Marian.
to have you.
Good to see you, yeah.
It's been ages, but
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
don't leave us so long next
No,
time.
no, thanks, Marian.
Great to have you. Well, it's just been fantastic. And you know something, it's time for me to say goodbye. This week has been fantastic yet again. You know something, just tune in next week to Fireside Sounds. It's goodbye from me, and I think it's goodbye from Harry. See you next week.